I've been in my zone, bitch, I'm in my bag. I really don't know how I got the swag, how I got the juice. I'm just getting loose, I'm just warming up. This ain't nothing.
What's up, guys? So today in this video we are looking at a Mazdaspeed 6. It is a 2007. My buddy Kendrew here is thinking of buying it. Been shopping around for a new car because the Civic is not up to driving standards right now. So he's in the market for a new car, and we came across this 2007 Mazdaspeed 6, 114,000 kilometers on it. Yeah, the owner was kind enough to let us take it for a little while, a few hours, and check everything on it. Just take a look at it in general and see what's up with it. So I'll give you a quick walk around. It's fully stock. Show you the engine bay first. Fully stock 2.3 Mazdaspeed engine. The outside is a little bit rough. It has seen better days, that's for sure. Bumper has a little bit of a crack in it. The paint hasn't been taken care of in a long while. Stock wheels still on it, stock suspension. Few dings and scratches. The worst part of the car is probably this fender here for rust. Not horrible, definitely fixable, but can use that to knock off some dollars off the price tag. Rear is pretty good, nothing really, few minor scratches that can probably buff out, no big deal. This rear fender or quarter isn't as bad, not nearly as bad as the other one, but should definitely be taken care of before it gets worse. Yeah, the car has not been cleaned in a while as there's bird shit and everything all over it. This is what it looks like. We're just gonna jack it up, take a look under it, basically just check everything that needs to be checked on a car before buying it, especially a Mazdaspeed, and we'll take you guys along and show you exactly what we're gonna be doing. Start just by taking off the inner cooler cover, see what it looks like. We already took off the bolts just to see if there's any oil in it. So this is it here. It doesn't look too bad. I'll show you what my old Speed 3 intercooler looks like. There's an oil stain right on the top of it, but that's all right. I don't use it anymore, so. But yeah, this one doesn't look too bad at all. Looks much better than the one I had on my Speed 3, so that's not bad. But we're gonna take it off completely, feel inside the tubes, and see how much oil is inside them, if there is any at all. And yeah, we'll go from there. There we go. Easy as that. That's a washer. So turbo piping on here, intercooler piping here, 2 hoses on your bypass valve, big one on the bottom you just saw me do, and 1 small one which is here on the top, and 3 bolts, 1, 2, and 3 come off the intercooler, and then you have your bay. So this looks pretty good actually, to be honest.
Looks like it's ready for a front mount.
Buy one off Amazon real quick. 2-day shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look full of dirt.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. Wonder what the math looks like. So I just checked the oil on this thing, and it is pretty well black.
Black and low.
Yeah, very low and very black. So if he does end up purchasing this car, first thing we're doing is an oil change. Get some fresh oil in there. And yeah, we're just gonna carry on taking a look at this thing. Okay, so we jacked up the car here, and we spotted this pool of mysterious liquid. Yeah, there it is there. Don't really see where it's right at the edge right there. Yeah, it is just water. Is it water? Dip your finger in it. It looks pretty
yeah, it's water.
viscous. Definitely not oil, definitely not trans fluid. So Kendrew said the AC was on, so that could be the cause of it. But here is the underside of it. Bit of surface rust, yeah, but for a 2007 Mazda,
It's not too bad.
not too bad. I don't see any holes in the exhaust or anything. So we're not gonna bother taking the wheels off to look, because we can already see the brakes. The rotors are pretty well toast. You can see where they're wearing, just that thin line in the middle. They're pretty rusty. Calipers don't look too bad, but the pads are definitely at the end of their life. The front rotors aren't too bad though. They're still old as hell, but the wear on them is even at least. Brake pads have lots left on that one anyway. So we've checked pretty well all the fluids. Everything's pretty good except for the oil. Oil definitely needs a change. That's been neglected. This passenger motor mount here, I've seen Speeds blow these up pretty frequently. Usually a brown liquid comes out of them, but this one seems pretty good, so don't need to bother with that. Everything else seems pretty good in the bay. We haven't checked the turbo, the shaft play on the turbo. We don't know if we really want to take the whole intake system off to check, but it holds boost pretty good from what you say. Yeah, his first time driving a boosted car, I think. Besides a Duramax, it's a bit different though. So Kendrew's gonna take off the under tray, look at underneath the turbo, because that's a good way to check if the turbo seal in the turbo is gone. Because in my Speed, when I ruined my KO4, which is right here, this thing smoked like crazy whenever it was hot, and when I sat idle in the Speed for a couple minutes, it just exhaust a ton of white smoke. But this one doesn't do it. We checked for that and it seems to be pretty good, so we're gonna check underneath it anyway, see if any oil's dripping out. We're gonna lift it up in the rear, check the rear diff, make sure everything's good in back there underneath, and that will be pretty well it, I think. Then we'll throw everything back in the engine and
Go make an offer.
Yeah, go make an offer for some boost. See what we can do. So the diff mounts are good?
Yeah, I think so.
Seems solid. Hopefully they weren't hard launching the car though.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, so the car is back on the ground. We checked everything underneath pretty well. I'll show you the interior of this thing. It's pretty good. Pretty clean. No rips or tears in the seats, I don't think. Seats look pretty mint. Interior in general is pretty good.
Yeah.
Obviously it just needs a good cleaning because nobody seemed to like to clean this car. Sunroof. It's pretty good overall. Interior is probably the least of your worries.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna throw this back together, take it back, and I guess make an offer on this monster of a Speed 6. Kind of want one. Winter beater. On first gen Speeds, a good way to check the VVT, the timing chain, which is on the passenger side of the motor. You can stick your finger in through the valve cover. Can't really show you, but there's a chain inside there and you can feel how tight it is. If it's super loose, you probably, bad news, you probably need a VVT change. It's pretty well not a common issue. It's just kind of a maintenance thing that these cars have to endure after so long. But this one seems pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Engine bay definitely needs to be cleaned up a bit. Damn shame for it to look like this. Everything's back together. We're gonna start it up here with the hood, see if we can hear anything. So I think the listing price was $300.
Yeah.
We still don't know what we're gonna offer him. It's his mom's car, so she wants him to get rid of it because it's got too much power apparently for him.
We'll have to negotiate with the mom.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the mother we'll be negotiating with. But pretty good car for a 2007. Only 114K on it. We don't want to lowball them too much, but we think we know what it's worth. It actually runs really well. It sounds really good, actually. I mean, it seems pretty healthy, but
oil.
yeah, it definitely needs an oil change. So yeah, we're gonna head over to their house and see if we can offer them something for this car, and hopefully they take it. But if they don't, that will be that, I guess, and move on to the next one.
Yeah, there's always.
But they've been selling this for a couple weeks now, so they're probably looking to get rid of it. So hopefully we can get it for a good price. So yeah, let's head out there.